Oh, baby, we're live.
I guess Peter doesn't need headphones today.
We broke all the headphones.
The only reason I didn't connect these is because they have no insides whatsoever.
I'll switch with Peter.
No, that's good. Here, 1 second. I'll give you this.
You want to switch or?
Yeah, let me take the headphones. I'll take the headphones. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is off to a roaring start. It's crazy that how much more the podcast feels like you're on when you're in with the headphones.
Oh yeah, they really help with it.
Oh yeah, I don't know about you guys, especially when we're outside.
I guess it pulls out all that noise or.
I feel like I'm way more into the podcast. Hey Joe, hit me with a favor. Hit me that green stuff real quick.
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen, thank you again here for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night. We are here back in Pat Lynch's backyard enjoying ourselves. He is on a live draft. Joe getting that beautiful crack. Chris doing some work over here. We are one mic down because, good Lord, if the pod track couldn't give you the worst chords ever, or, I mean, we are at episode 150. Are we just doing a little too much work? Is this like the treadmill back in the day where you actually did a little work on the treadmill and it's not made to be used?
You're broken our toy.
Yeah, it's just interesting how it keeps going bad. Like that's the multiple time now, right?
That's the third one of the pod tracks.
So it's a company brand thing.
Yeah, because
PodTrack, your shit. What are you doing, bro?
Your pod
or lady.
Let
them know.
The Zoom PodTrack's not bad, but your cords that come with it are absolute dog shit. What is it?
They're doo-doo. They're doo-doo.
It's not even a year I don't think we've had the PodTrack. I thought we broke the PodTrack when the first two went out. I'm like, come on. They haven't even had it a year yet.
Yeah, it's just trash.
You gotta get a bigger
people.
one.
You heard it here first.
I always Google what do podcasts use? Like what did up and coming podcasts use? And all this stuff that they recommend is like thousands of dollars. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Do they use PockChin microphones?
No, I think the cameras are what I'm more interested in.
Oh, fair enough.
A nice red camera.
I have no idea if Chris was a joke or was an actual. Oh, poaching.
You have the same one, pal.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Sounds like a cocktail you would buy at a Polish bar.
There you go. No, it's actually the name of these mics.
Yeah, they're fancy.
No, I know. Yeah.
How we doing, boys?
Joe doesn't have any.
We're off. It's just a little bit off right now. It was a hectic day, coming in hot here. Got home late. The highways in the city of Chicago are just tremendously awful.
Always reliably.
Oh, just
awful.
6 o'clock on a Saturday. Where we all got to go, people. Just stay home.
I know. Pat, how was the scenic route home?
It was a blast. I had a great time.
Pat got home.
We sent this guy. I don't know if it's better or not, but there's in Chicago.
Feel better about it.
Yes, in Chicago they have moved. They're doing all this construction on this one highway that goes from Indiana to Wisconsin, and they've moved this. One used to be 2 lanes to get onto the highway, easy, super easy. They've moved it down to 1 now, Joe, onto the 294. So we decided to go up and around it.
Oh yes, I remember you guys.
Yes, and there's a split. And Pat hot dogged it to the right into a split and went right into the traffic. And we went left and just sailed home.
We never saw him again.
But I did get back over to when it split again to the left.
Yeah.
Well, that was a smart move.
Oh, absolutely. If you didn't do that, you would have been. Oh my God, you would probably killed yourself.
That's awful.
Oh, it was so
I
bad.
live on this highway now, guys. This is where I live.
I'm just gonna.
Just phone me in, guys. Phone me in the podcast.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long one.
I'll zoom in.
And then so you get home, you literally get 5 seconds to shower, shave.
About to jump in the shower and jokingly text
Got here a little
Nice.
early.
It was so bad today. It was so and then I wanted to. It's episode 150. How many podcasts have actually made it to 150 that suck as bad as ours do? It's a miracle we've gotten here.
It's a commitment, baby. It's a
We
commitment. We're doing it
are
for you out there.
Unstoppable, whether you like it or not.
We're doing it for the S&P peers, Joe.
And so I wanted to get some fun stuff today, but it was like get some fun stuff and miss dinner tonight, and not do a good enough podcast, or just do the 150 and pretend it's not a big celebration.
Maybe we just title this one 151 and go back and do 150 down the road.
Ooh.
Put a marker on that one.
Do a clip show for 150
Guy
instead.
just broke physics.
Have we gotten that? Have we gotten to that
Yeah,
point?
that's it. Yeah.
We now I'm gonna sneeze, of course.
It's the perfect day for you.
Didn't Robot Chicken or Simpsons or Family
Simpsons
Guy
did it.
do something like that where they're like, we're just gonna do the whole episode as a clip show, and they're making jokes about like not having to do any work because they're just showing clips in between.
Oh, I think that's always it's always sunny in Philadelphia. That does
maybe
that.
that's what it is. Yeah.
But they do like clip shows of like shows that they like. It's not like clips from prior episodes, they rip off other sitcoms like Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah.
They actually show Seinfeld.
Yeah,
or where
they do Seinfeld. Like Charlie comes in as Kramer.
Yep.
I think Mac is.
That's pretty cool. I'd like to see that one.
And then they just ignore Dee in that one. It's just like she's like nobody in that one.
They're
No,
Isn't that a line? No?
they don't like Dee in that episode. Maybe Dee was Newman or something. Who the hell knows?
they did on Curb. They did a Seinfeld like kind of.
Oh, reunion. Yeah. I
yeah,
remember.
that was kind of cool.
That was before all the shit went down with.
Kramer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw the Kramer Jerry Seinfeld
Comedians in Cars?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Got
know they
coffee?
did that.
Yeah.
It's been out for like 5 years.
Probably around the same time.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
out
but
there.
I mean,
This is an old episode.
we're
he stopped doing that a long time ago.
I mean, we're like in like
No, he's still doing
2018 over
comedian.
here.
Oh, he's still doing that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he stopped doing it
I don't
years
think
ago.
I when do you think he stopped it?
I think it was right around during the pandemic. I believe he stopped.
It's possible, potentially. I thought I saw some new
Damn,
episodes.
Peter, you just
What?
I'll get on the Google machine for you.
When I thought Eddie Murphy was recent, like not recent, but
That could be.
Final episode, July 19, 2019.
so right before.
Peter.
Yeah, right
But it
before
did go
that.
for 7 years. So 2012.
You can watch them all on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah.
Or Netflix.
And I.
But you don't have to subscribe to YouTube to watch them.
Yeah.
Just use someone else's password for Netflix.
You can't do that anymore.
No. Yeah, it's ESP or Disney just did. Disney just raised their prices hardcore, and they're pulling the Netflix off the account, like they're watching the accounts much more diligently.
I don't think they have the slack that Netflix does. Netflix has like a very full, deep library of a bunch of stuff, and Disney
has everything. They have Star Wars. They have all their
Well, if you have
Disney
children,
stuff.
if you have children, Disney's kind of big deal.
That's
You gotta-
it. But I think I
They
don't
have
think
The Simpsons.
I don't think they're gonna keep the number of people that Netflix did. Or
No.
incur
That's what I'm
the
saying.
number
No,
of people
it's going to
Netflix
hurt
did.
them, I think.
Yeah.
And people are already pissed. There was a Twitter thing, boycotting Disney for what they're trying to do.
Yeah. I believe it.
boycotting.
Oh yes. Well, this was going to be a fun thing I was going to do. I was going to try to bring in some Bud Lights and thank Mr. Kid himself for allowing the boycott of Bud Lights to be over. As
Bud Light is back, Joe, baby.
he's back.
Wait, why?
Mr. Kid Rock at a recent concert, very recent, was photographed enjoying a nice ice cold Bud Light.
They're
while-
back, baby. They're back.
while hanging out with his girlfriend.
This is so fucking stupid.
How
Joe,
silly,
they're back.
how silly is the world?
So dumb.
It's dumb. Kid Rock, you're an idiot. You
we-
made this
wait, so
big-
I mean, was he not having fun when he was shooting him? Technically,
Oh, yeah.
he never stopped having fun with Bud Light.
So now are we boycotting Kid Rock and Bud Light?
Yeah, I was about to say kidnap.
Now that he's back on Bud Light, I refuse to drink it from now on.
There we go.
now the SMPP is
yeah.
boycotting Bud Light.
S&P podcast is boycotting Bud Light and Kid
Bud
Rock.
Light and Kid Rock music. I know it's going to devastate millions and millions of fans out
That's
there.
going to devastate the one fan we have in
But-
Michigan, but
You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to bite that bullet for us, all right? Do it. for
Do
us.
it. Okay, so that was going to be the first thing I wanted to talk about. I have quite a few. Let's jump into last week's shenanigans. Pat, how was date night?
It was nice. A good time.
What'd you do?
Where did you go?
we went out.
We went out we're in Andersonville actually.
Andersonville.
Yep.
You just visited
drinks,
the village of Andersonville and didn't do anything else? Just like,
Just drinks.
had some drinks.
Where'd you go in Andersonville?
Yeah.
Hop Leaf?
does it have a name above the door when you walked
They
in
did.
it?
The first one we went to was that dive bar that we went to the one time. Not the one with the pool table, the other one.
Okay.
The second one was definitely a gay bar.
Nice.
I was 100% the only straight guy in there.
Debatable.
I mean, a couple of guys did look pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. They look very, very, very well dressed. Very, nice ball. They definitely hit the gym.
Nice.
I was tempted.
Nice.
I was tempted.
Nice.
It was very
Nice.
tempting. And then the third bar was another one right around the corner from there. I don't really recall the name of it either.
Did you go to turtle races?
No, they were closed.
You son of a gun.
That's cool.
They
So
closed
just
early.
a
The
night
place
of
closed
drinking.
early.
Oh, does it?
Were you guys on the prowl? Is this like a swinger kind of thing going on?
I did have my upside down pineapple shirt on, so we were full game, baby.
Pat was announcing to
Full
the
send,
world it
baby.
was go time.
we struck out, unfortunately.
Oh, what a shame.
And then the boys
Wow,
here.
unexpected.
Someone actually bought me a different shirt.
Nice.
Somebody
Ouch.
actually bought you a what?
A different
different
shirt.
shirt.
Was like, hey, you're not allowed in this group.
Interesting.
We don't want you
it's
or
okay.
your upside down pineapples.
Joe, can I ask you a question about today?
Yeah.
Did you feel like garbage after the 3? Like, I felt really good until after the buzz wore off.
Yeah, I went through some waves here.
I felt pretty awful.
I still feel pretty awful.
Yeah.
It's a weird awful. It's like a sludgy.
Yes.
It's not. I'm not sore from working out
No.
or running or anything like that. I just feel sludgy,
Yeah, just not like.
like dragging. I feel like I'm still walking through some of that water.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like,
So
I
for the
still haven't
people
gotten
at home,
warm yet.
we ran a Rugged Maniac today.
And Chris, what's a Rugged Maniac?
It's an obstacle course that tries to kill you.
3-mile run with 25 obstacles throughout.
Yeah, it was.
They
a
try to
blast.
kill you.
Chris McGraw. I do it a couple times where I looked at Chris and he was looking at us and he's like, "What? How did I get this spot in my life?"
What
Yeah.
Rather be in the basement.
He's like, I have never pictured myself doing anything remotely like this in my entire
No.
life.
So Pat, so Chris, the last obstacle course, which is kind of fun, is this huge 90-degree wall up, and you have to like run it up.
It's a
and try to-
warped wall, baby.
Think like warped wall, yeah.
And so I go up first. I get up there, not okay. I safely get up there. Joe gets up there like a man child, just grudging it up there. Chris McGraw comes up, and you can see it in his eyes. He's so determined, but doesn't realize.
Explain to him what you told him. To
Oh
give
yes,
the mindset.
yes.
Of like,
So I'm, we ran it as a team. We're team
Yep.
Saturday Night Pregame podcast. Check out the short. You could see the short.
you can
of
actually see the
yes.
wall that we ran up. Yep.
Absolutely. I'll put a little link up right above Joe's head, and you can. So, I go to Chris. I'm like, hey, when you get to the top, you have to leap. So you go up, and then as you're getting there, like just Superman
Almost
dive.
like you're diving
Yeah,
for it. Yeah,
just
that's
Superman dive for the top of the thing, and then you'll grab it, and then you can pull yourself up. And Chris looking so good, and he's running, and he looks up, and in the last minute, it's like, oh, this is. You could see it in his head.
You
He
could
put it
see
together.
it. Yeah.
Hey, the light turned on, Pat.
Oh, now I get what he's saying. Oh
No.
So me and Chris, but so me, and he put both his arms out. Me and Joe both. This I would have loved to have this on tape.
This was incredible. I mean, it's such
yeah.
a silly thing, but the amount of
We all linked arms.
coordination that had to happen. Yeah.
was
Chris
solid
locks me here,
coordination.
blocks Joe. Me and Joe cuff under the armpits, pull him up like. It
They
felt
were
like
pulling me up out of the water like I had just been
We just baptized
Bringing him to the promised land.
Exactly.
Baby.
Man gets up and over. So then we got to climb up a little bit. And the last thing is a big slide, like just a fun jumbo slide. And you always got the carnival bar, guys on the side saying go. And I was like, I'm going to wait because you fly down this thing. One dude was just kind of taking his time. He got off there, so I have it all to myself. I fly down. There's a couple pictures of me looking like an idiot.
There definitely is.
Yeah, it's not good. I go down, I slide, and then Joe, the guy told Joe, yeah, you can go. And I'm like,
Are you sure? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay.
Range. You can hit.
Yeah. And so I proceed. Peter's on the left side. I'm on the right side. I proceed to not only go. I don't know how it looked, but it felt.
It looked
so
scary as
fast.
shit.
And I just went diagonal right towards Peter, like a fucking magnet.
Like a
It was
magnet.
just like, "Eeum," right there.
I'm like, oh no,
I
daddy.
think I legit skipped across water the first
yeah,
couple,
yes.
and then went.
And
in.
I had to hop up, and me and
Oh,
Joe,
yeah.
Joe slid right under me. Safe at home, baby. Safe at home.
All I know is that if I went when that guy said, I would have knocked these two over like bowling pins because I ended up sideways on that
Chris
slide
comes
going
down.
down.
You're just like, yeah.
It was so good. But there's some really good pictures, Pat, of my bald head, super bald head, and Joe just looking like $1,000.
Oh, the best one is Joe. Joe
Oh,
on
yeah.
the frog leap one where he fell. He fell.
They have these tiles floating in water that are maybe 4 or 5 tiles, like
It's 4 tiles.
kind of like
Yeah.
Ninja Warrior, yeah. But they're all tied across horizontally, and you got to go across. And so yeah, Peter runs. No problem. I guess me and Chris started a very similar time.
You had started before I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we both reach, I don't know, the second
The
one,
third one.
the second or third one. And Chris keeps on trucking along, and I just wreck shit onto the tile. And I'm like, I don't want to go in more water.
Yes.
I've been in so much water.
Yeah, Joe, you could tell in Joe's face, I don't
I
want
was
to
like,
go in the water.
So it was just like waiting for, it was like ships in the night. It would just be like, it was like a video game. Platforms would go away,
And then it would reappear.
and then they'd come back, and I'd jump over to the next one. And then they'd, And then I jumped onto the last, and then it went all the way to. It was just like that. It was just blop, blop,
And there's
blop.
a picture lady, like a lady taking pictures, and she's got a spread of Joe in fear tears.
It's a
full terror.
It's a flip book of fuckery, is what it is. It's just like blah 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 blah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Joe was on that third.
These are the only photos, by the way.
Oh,
As long as I know-
yeah,
it's like
that's
three, 4, 5 photos are found, and it's just all me falling over.
Photographer's like, these are gold and we're good.
Yeah.
No, we're good.
And
There
Peter
I'm done
called
for the
it.
and I'm done for the day.
Yeah,
Peter's like,
got it.
This guy took so many photos of you,
This
Joe.
lady was in his face as Joe's got tears coming down his eyes. I don't want to go in the water anymore. I'm tired of this.
Please no more.
Those tiles were not built for me and Joe to be on them at the same time. That
Oh,
third one,
so
I went
yes.
the douche.
Chris barely got onto the fourth one, and so he was so offline from the third one to the fourth one that his foot, and they got a great picture of this. His foot is in the
Yeah,
water.
it's in the
and
water.
he just barely got on top.
onto the fourth tile. Like I'm going from the third tile to the fourth tile with my foot in the water because
Looks
that's
like
how
dude's
far it
walking
sank
on
down.
water.
Now,
Yeah.
do you have to go through all of the obstacles, or can
No,
you
you
skip
could
anything?
skip. I skipped one because I just knew I wasn't gonna be able to do it.
Now does that like penalize you at all anyway?
No.
So
They
this
don't-
is just for fun, right?
They don't
Yeah.
keep time. They only keep time for the elite group.
Okay.
There's nobody out there really telling you or like penalizing you for.
So the elite group is probably more like watching what people do and don't do kind of thing.
I don't
no,
know. I
we
don't
were
think so.
in the elite group.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't watch. The
Okay.
only thing they tracked were like the first 3 to complete it. So
Yeah.
Okay.
the thing that I don't know is
so
like
you could just like skip all 3 and run the 3 miles
some
and call
some
it a day.
Pretty
dude ran,
much, yeah.
Some dude ran 3 miles in 20 or ran the whole course in 23 minutes. Now for 3 miles, that's a good time.
Yeah.
But for 3 miles and 25 obstacles, I do wonder if like some of these people, because some of the like that last dude looked complete runner body.
Oh yeah, that dude, and he was flying.
And
He
the
was
dude,
flying.
the dude who finished third, that dude looked like he could physically do all the challenges and run at a very good pace. But it was like 29, and then this guy 23. So I just wonder if he didn't do all of them.
Yeah.
Skip some of them.
That was a good time. It was a great time. It's a lot of fun. It does challenge
It
you.
was awesome.
And but then afterwards, you're feeling great. You just had this great run. You start pounding a couple of the old summer shandies.
Summer shandies. Those were the drinks of choice there.
At 10:30.
Yep.
Now it's like 11:30. You got to go to work, and the rest of the day is kind of
You're gonna have a bad time.
Not gonna have a good day. So it's gonna be a Tito's and Sprite to kind of get me back in the mood.
Oh, baby.
I feel like that's gonna be the type of night.
Oh, baby.
But we do have a little bit of whiskey.
Yep, we do. Would anyone like
let's do it.
small little tasting?
I would love a little tasting.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do this. Well, this is what we'll celebrate 154. We'll celebrate.
All the way from Japan.
Japan.
Flew it over personally. Didn't let it out of my sight.
Nice.
Was it really?
I mean, technically it was, yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Well, and while we're doing this, Chris, can you want to start with your first to last with the NFL, buddy?
Oh, damn it. I forgot about this.
Why don't we do one from the NFC and the AFC? Does that work?
I feel like this is going to hurt.
You think
Maybe.
this whiskey's gonna hurt?
I just read it. It says, a Japanese crafted blend of Irish, Scotch, American, Canadian, and Japanese whiskeys.
Okay.
Irish,
I'm
Scotch,
gonna try a little
American,
bit.
Canadian, Japanese whiskeys are world's 5 major whiskeys. Yep. All right, cool. It's a Suntory World Whiskey.
Nice. Joe, you pop that open.
I'm going to take Minnesota.
We've had some
As my
Santorini
worst.
before.
We have, yeah.
Maybe not this one, but we've had stuff. I've actually had the whiskey before.
Shut up, Pat.
Thank you, Pat. That's good commentary. Chris,
Minnesota is my NFC pick to go from first to not worst, but just not in first place. Maybe not.
were they
even-
first last year?
Yeah, they
Oh,
were 13-3.
Sub question: who's won that division then?
Detroit.
Detroit.
Detroit. I think Detroit.
I don't think the Bears are going to be as good. Hey, Pat. I don't think the Bears are going to be as good as they.
I don't
people
think the Bears are going to be
thinks
as
the Bears are gonna be
bad.
good?
I don't
I
think the
think a
Bears
lot
are
of
going to be
people
as
think the
bad
Bears
as
are
they're
gonna
going to be.
Bears are going to be average.
I think the Bears, if Detroit's. Detroit's. Yeah, it could be like the Cubs right now. They're 2 games out.
Lions
but-
going to Lion, baby.
Yeah.
I think you go. I think that's anywhere. If they double their win total to 6, even if they get to 7, I think that's a good year for them.
That's a great year for them.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, and then the AFC, who do you got?
The AFC, I'm going to go. I think they make the playoffs as a wild card team, but they're not going to win the division. The Chiefs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, let's go back. Let's go with who do you have as the? I saw that, Joe. Who do you have as the or worst to first in the NFC?
Worst to first in the NFC.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You had The worst to first was the
Minnesota going from first to worst. Like,
yes. And then let's go from worst to first. Who do you feel is going to be in the NFC going to be a good team? That was not a good team last year.
The New Orleans Saints.
Fucking Christ.
All right, Pat, you seem to be got this up. How you feeling this year? Wait, so we're going to do NFC and then we'll go to AFC. So take your time. Think about it.
I already gave you my AFC.
I didn't hear it.
This motherfucker.
Take your time.
I love it. You could still choose the same team.
I think the Saints.
Yeah, don't worry
I also
about
think it.
the
Saints are going to be, because that division's so crappy, going to be the team.
Yeah, that division's not good.
It's gonna, I think they're the best of that shitty division, so I think they're going to win the division. But because of the division, they're going to be doing better than they actually look on paper, at least.
Carolina could be better too there.
First to worst, I think the Seahawks take a step back and they don't make the playoffs this year.
Okay, that's fair.
I could see that. I could see
That's
that.
going to be a bad
played-
team, but I'm going to say they're not going to make the playoffs.
Geno Smith definitely played a little bit better than he normally does. I could see that.
All right, let's cheers. And thank you, Joe, for bringing all this whiskey from Japan for us.
Oh, Joe, you're the
Hey,
best.
congrats on 150, guys. I appreciate you sticking us along. As you have 150 more. We only have to do 350 more, and you guys can quit.
Oh, baby.
500. It's a smoky taste of that.
You know what? That's not. That's maybe I'm. Well, let it sit. Yeah, give that back to me. Okay, nope, I lied. That hit the back of the chest.
It's got this one fills the
Oh,
chest. It doesn't
Daddy.
burn the mouth.
No,
this
not at
one's
all.
This one's different than the last one we did, but similar in a sense. It really warms. This would be good again.
On a cold night.
I think
Sorry.
so. Yeah, I think this and the other one, they kind of have that what you want in a hot toddy. Doesn't do
No, you
much in
didn't.
the mouth,
No, that's
but it like warms up the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
You-
wintertime whiskey.
Not to poop on Pat, but the best podcast in terms of numbers was us three at Chris's apartment. 265 views.
Think it's a set? It's a set, man.
You could be because last week we only got 26 views. I don't know. It kills it.
We got a poopy return this last
I
week.
couldn't.
We should do it at Chris's. I think people like the couch.
I don't know what it could be, a casting couch type of deal.
I wasn't thinking casting couch. I was thinking more like Shane Gillis's podcast where they're on like a nice
Yes.
couch.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen.
We did win at Chris's
If
apartment.
it's
How
gonna
was
get
that one doing?
numbers,
That was in the hundreds.
maybe we'll throw out a couple of casting couch videos.
I'm the
I don't know
man.
what it
I'm the
is.
man.
On
Like
the- on
I'm
the
bringing the views,
Patreon.
baby.
on the Patreon.
Do a couple casting couches.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could do that on Patreon. Okay.
All right, we're going to OnlyFans.
All right,
Yes.
Joseph. Do you have a first to worst in the NFC?
I think San Francisco expected to do well?
Yes.
All right, they're gonna fucking bomb and tank.
Nice.
Jimmy Garoppolo's gonna buckle
Jimmy
under.
not
Garoppolo
on
doesn't
that
play
team
for him anymore.
All right, whoever the quarterback is for the 49ers,
It's not Tucker Berhart, but it's
Tucker Carlson.
It's Brock Purdy. One question, Joe.
Brock Purdy,
One question
thank
I do
you.
have for you this week.
Yes, I would love to answer. I'm going to go as in-depth as I can on this.
I would love
I want
to
to
hear
get
it.
as detailed as I possibly can.
What did they do to convince you to rejoin the fantasy league?
Wait, we're not diverting the conversation.
It's not. It's a
Let's-
legitimate question, but
It
it's
is
not
a
part.
legitimate question
It's a little
for
off topic. Yeah.
Post this. We'll finish this and then we'll get into that.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Holy
did you
crap,
ask a
that
question
whiskey.
about?
Hey, so you got San Francisco.
Yep.
Now let's go in reverse. Worst.
Wait,
to
no,
first.
you didn't give us yours, you putz.
I know, but no, we all did. We have the first to worst.
Oh.
Come on now.
Are
the
the
man
Bengals
manage.
expected to do well?
That's AFC, but so we're looking
Oh,
at the NFC.
I thought we were looking for. Oh, I
We're
gotta
gonna
keep
go
it
to the
in.
AFC in just a second
Okay.
here. So you got Dallas, the Giants. You got Washington. You got the Bears. You got Detroit.
Is Washington expecting to do well?
No, not good at all.
And I want to go worst to first.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got
who are some bottom people? Who are in the bottom?
Atlanta.
The Bears, Carolina.
Yep.
You know what? I think the Bears are going to bring one to Soldier Field before they leave. So I think the Bears are going to really
All
bring
right.
it out this
So we
year.
got Chris with
Minnesota
and
and New Orleans.
okay. I should write this down. I'll listen to the podcast. Pat, again one more time.
I went New Orleans, and then I went the Seahawks not making the playoffs.
And I got Joe with San Francisco going pooping the bed, and I got the Bears taking the division.
Yep.
I have with Joe. I think San Francisco's going to take a step back. I don't think Brock Purdy is as good as they think he is.
Step back, do you mean not make the playoffs? By step back, you mean not make the playoffs, or not win the division?
They're not going to be first in that division.
Who is going to win that division then?
That's a great
Kansas
question.
City.
Now,
Kansas City is not in that division.
Definitely gonna be the Cardinals.
But they're in the AFC version of that
The
one.
Ohio-
you know
the-
that is not
the
the greatest
Ohio
pick. You're right,
Bengals.
because you're right, because the Rams are going to be garbage. Cardinals are nowhere near it,
And the Saints, the Seahawks are a decent team,
Yeah.
but they got Geno Smith as a quarterback.
which he had an okay year last year. Okay,
Yeah.
and then worst to first, I think you're going to see the Carolina Panthers put on a.
I
That
think
was honestly going to be my pick.
I hope
before
not
I
for the
picked
Bears' sake.
Yeah,
I hope you're wrong on that one, Peter.
so do I. But I feel like I think there's been too much talk about it.
Their division's dog shit. So.
Who's their quarterback?
It's going to be the
new guy,
rookie.
C.J.
Oh,
Stroud.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Chris, give me your AFC first to worst.
Kansas City.
Okay.
I think the LA Chargers win that division.
Oh, nice. And then your worst to first.
I don't think anybody in that. I don't like the Jets, so I'm not going to the AFC East. I do like Miami, but
Penny and the Jets.
I'm trying to think. Maybe Cincinnati gets overtaken by Baltimore, but I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say the Houston Texans win the AFC South.
Nice.
Bold prediction. That is a very bold prediction.
I wanted to go somewhere different.
One could say that's a hot take, Chris.
It is.
Something we did
I'm
not
hot
like
about
last
it.
week with ESPN in there. Hot
Yeah,
takes.
yeah, ESPN those Jets.
And look for the clip right here of both Jeff's head.
You're welcome, America.
Alrighty. So
Pat, who you got?
I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
It's 5 major whiskeys blended into one. Not a good call.
They're consistently a punch in the chest.
No, Miss Jackson, it puts hair on my
This legit puts hair on. Yeah.
I mean, the Chiefs were 14-3, and the Bengals.
It's hard to tell what a normal pour is in this. I'm like, if I go like the lip,
Say it with your chest.
Oh my God! Every sip just hurts.
Did the Steelers make the playoffs last year?
No,
No, they did not. They
Did
just
the
missed.
Dolphins make it?
Dolphins did not make it. I don't believe the
They were
Dolphins
9-8.
made it.
That's what I'm asking here.
No, I don't think the Dolphins did. Maybe. Yeah, I think they did actually.
Okay. I'm gonna go Dolphins. Are not gonna be in the playoffs.
Ooh, interesting. Who you got the Jets then over there?
I'm gonna put the Jets somehow sneak it past them.
Ugh.
I mean, I don't love that pick either. Good bold here, but here's my bold one, Chris.
I like this boldness.
Going wild card team here. Denver Broncos.
I like it. I like it.
All right. So we got Denver, or we got the Denver Broncos worst to first, and we got first to last, or we got Miami being the worst to first, or first to worst. Joseph, how you feeling, buddy? First to worst, friend.
Joseph
in the
is
NFC.
just
yeah,
like
I'm
I
trying
hate
to
this.
think of the teams that are in this conference.
You got
Is Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. West is
Ooh,
Chiefs, Chargers,
Bills are going
Raiders.
first to worst.
Oh, nice.
that's a good call.
A lot of people think that one.
Although I want them to win.
I don't know about first to worst, but I can see them not definitely being as good as last year.
Go ahead, Joseph.
And then worst to first. Go through that list again, Pat.
Want me to start from the top again?
Yeah, wherever.
Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos, Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Jaguars, Titans, Colts, and Texans.
Wait. Is that?
That's the AFC. Yeah, those are just all the teams.
Oh, and they were ranked worst
No,
to
no,
best?
they were just.
Oh,
So the teams that were not
Jaguars,
good,
it's all right.
The teams that were not good last year were.
I don't want to hear your voice, Pat.
They
Jaguars. I
beat
picked it.
they already had that epic
picked it.
comeback.
Jaguars won
I
this
picked it. Jaguars.
to go, but they won the division
They won the division
last year.
This year they're not doing so hot.
You already picked your worst to first.
They're
You
going
pick-
first to worst then.
So he's choosing
So
Jaguars.
you're
He's got he's got the Jaguars. That's okay. And
Jaguar.
I'm going first to worst. I'm going with me and Joe. We got very similar views. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills losing top seed there. I think the Patriots are going to get back on track with Bill O'Brien.
I like that. I like that.
And then I'm going. My worst to first is the Cleveland Browns. I think
baby,
I
Pat's
think-
boy out in Cleveland.
I think Deshaun Watson gets it together. He's going to stop getting massages or start getting massages.
that may
and-
be one of the toughest divisions in football.
Oh, yeah.
the Steelers are never out of it.
I think
Is Deshaun
I mean-
Watson a running back?
No, he's a piece of shit quarterback.
Oh,
But I mean, the Steelers, their defense always carries them. If they can get something out of their offense a year, they're not bad. Baltimore's, if Lamar Jackson is in a
I think he takes a step back.
You think so? He didn't play very well last year, so I think
I
he's
think
due.
Deshaun Watson, and when the game's in line, is garbage because he only gets points in garbage time. So I don't like that.
And then if the Bengals defense can play a little bit better and they can protect him, some, that the Bengals are always a hard out.
That whiskey sucks.
It's so bad.
Terrific, great call.
It is. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it is. It hurts the chest every time
I'm
you have
so
to take a
sorry.
sip.
I did not
Pat
like it
doesn't mind
myself,
it.
and I do like kind of Scotch type whiskeys. That was not good.
That was.
I want to take bigger sips, but it hurts.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
it
it
does.
definitely warms you up. It's definitely not like it's got
It has a weird aftertaste.
it's got
I
a
do not
strong
like
finish,
it.
a very strong finish.
Can I take it back to
Why don't you mail it back to Japan and say like
To
this
the
sucks.
fantasy football while you're in the league.
Oh, yeah, I can talk about that. All right, so Pat's asking, how did I get back into fantasy?
After he said he was quitting.
You were never doing it again. Very
Yeah,
adamant you were never doing it
I
again.
was. I'm a fool, guys. That's why. That's how.
You're a man who loves punishment.
I am a glutton for punishment. I didn't do the work confidence pool, though. That was almost like $200, and I was just like,
wow.
I was just like,
But you do well at the conference pools. You're mine, right? Still,
yeah, I'm doing yours. Oh, did I haven't sent you the money yet.
that's not that big.
I gotta
you
send
have
it.
time.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you actually do well at the confidence pools.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you remember to make the
Last
picks.
year I did good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you remember to do picks, you did great.
Yep. Yeah.
You did so well, even if you missed a couple weeks, you still did very well.
Yeah, I think I missed like 2 or 3
Yeah.
number 15 or
Yeah.
16 picks last
Okay.
season.
I think he finished in like the top 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Joe, so okay, did you have something you wanted to bring? You said you wanted to bring it back to something.
Oh, that feeling of that whiskey makes my head so confused and just uncomfortable. It feels like during the Rugged Maniac when we were doing that bit where we had to be on our
yeah.
backs, crawl through water, but use these poles above us. It was almost like there was like a ditch dug and handlebars like at ground level, and then you just went underwater. I came out of that thing with an absolute headache for like a hot second.
Oh, it was terrible. Because so, ladies and gentlemen, you're back crawling through water, holding onto these bars, and the ladies are like, "You guys, there's the deeper water there," which me and Joe both thought, like, okay, that'll be easier.
We're big dudes. We've been
Yeah.
going through some of these obstacles where you have to crawl.
Yeah.
It's
not as easy.
more depth, less room
Yeah.
to fucking smash our heads.
Which was
or
actually
something.
stupid because
Oh.
you had to hold your head higher to the bars.
Yep.
And so that because you didn't want your nose being plugged up with water or
Yep.
sucking in water.
Yep.
So every time
Definitely
you're
sucking in
banging
some
your head
water.
off the back of the
Yup.
bar, it's like the dink. It was so terrible.
Miserable. That was the only one that kind of made me go like, not panic, but it was the one that set me off the most. Where I
Yeah.
was like, I got to pull myself together. I'm getting kind of wild. Like starting to panic.
Yeah.
Because I definitely swallowed some water.
That
was
was
bad.
that was the claustrophobic one for me.
The claustrophobic one for you.
Yeah,
was
like I
that.
got I started going in and when you get like a couple crawls in, you get like it gets pitch black. You can't there's nothing in there that's gonna mess with you. But like
yeah, but it's
you're just like
yeah.
Chris, can I ask which obstacle you did not do?
I didn't do there was this so like I wasn't gonna do this claustrophobic one because I'm not good in tight spaces. I don't like it. I get like all kinds of like nervous, like hyped up, but I did it because I skipped the one before it, which was this one that like they had like 4 different implements set up. Like you could do it's like monkey bars pretty much. But I got like and like I looked at the one Peter did one with like it was like 2 long poles and you just like
I think they were all like that.
no, the 2 middle ones were like monkey bars, and then the last one was like 2 like trapezoids that went like this, and the one guy did like, and he flew through it. It was amazing. I watched him because I went behind you and you did monkey bars. Piers did something was almost like balance beam bars, like where you have like 2 bars on each side and you hop kind of across.
Oh.
And the 2 middle ones.
I didn't
were like
realize they were all different.
And the 2 middle ones were monkey bars. And like the one was like further spaced out, and then the one you did was a little bit closer. But Pat, like you had to like put yourself on these bars and then push yourself up to the monkey bars, and I just did not have the energy. I was like, it's like not even like trying to like there's water underneath. If I could have made it up to the monkey bars and just fell in there, it would have been like, okay, great, yeah, I fell into water, whatever, I'm gonna walk across. But I just didn't have the energy to hop myself up to the monkey bars, so I was like, I just got to pass around this one.
The one that I probably didn't like was the balance beam. Like where it really did feel like you were drunk walking across the balance beam. And
that little top the little one that I only could get like halfway through.
It was a 2x4.
2x4, yes,
Yep.
exactly. That was
the only. Yeah, that was the other one. I didn't complete that one. I did try it, but like I got halfway through.
You
and it
didn't
was
fall
like,
in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, jumped off to the side.
Yeah.
Bad move. Okay. You guys want a quick fun fact?
Yeah.
Do you guys have any idea where the Snicker Bar got its name from?
Where it got it? No clue. Couldn't
So
even-
why they call it
couldn't
a
even
Snickers
guess.
Bar?
Why they call it a Snicker?
Do, do, do,
I'm just thinking of like
do-do-do.
snickering, like somebody
Yeah.
who has a little snicker, like a smile. But
Yeah.
maybe it made the person happy that ate it.
I
don't
wonder
know.
if the Snicker became from the Snicker Bar. But go ahead, Chris.
No idea. Actually,
I have
I
no
thought
clue.
about
The Snicker
it
Bar
first.
made you snicker because you were so happy.
Oh, okay.
No, this is the dumbest thing, but
It was made in New York, and the
No,
New York
the
Knicks
own-
already
the
had
owner-
Knickerbockers, so they had the
Snicker?
no,
Yeah.
they it was because the owner the founder Mars, his horse was dying at the time that the Snicker Bar was about to come out in Chicago, so he named it after his dying horse. His
also
favorite
his horse name was
Snicker. And so he named the bar Snicker. Isn't that kind of crazy? It's
That's
so silly.
so interesting.
So here's the other thing. In England, up until the 90s, you know what it was called? The Snicker Bar in England. Same thing that would be in America, but it was in England. You know what it was called?
No clue.
That would have been good if you had had like
That's at a Royale
oh,
with cheese.
That would have been great. No, it
The
was
Queen Elizabeth.
because Snicker and Knickers are too close because shorts or pants are
like
called
knickers are your
Yeah.
undergarments.
Yes, and they were too close, so they didn't want people they didn't think it would work. They called it the Marathon Bar.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yep. Interesting.
but in the 90s
Isn't there a bar here that's called like the Marathon Bar?
Mars used to do a Marathon Bar that was like a protein bar, but they've discontinued that.
Okay,
since.
that's
it was
what
a
I
good,
thought,
It was a good
Yeah.
protein bar, but it was just a candy bar. And so when they changed it over, people in England boycotted because they were pissed that they changed the name.
Interesting.
Get out, really?
And it was one of the least popular candy bars in England until they came out with. Do you know which campaign?
No, but you're saying people also in England also get up in arms for stupid reasons? That's good to know. Yeah. It's very good to know.
They like the Marathon Bar. They like tradition. But you know
The
what?
what
Changed that whole thing.
The campaign?
Yeah, for the Snicker Bar.
What
they
is
said,
it?
eat this candy bar or we will destroy you.
Or America will come back and kick your ass again.
We'll colonize you. Snickers will colonize you.
No, the eat a Snicker bar. You're like
You're still hungry? Or
Yeah.
you're hungry?
Yeah,
Eat a Snickers?
Snickers bar, yeah.
Oh, the
Nice.
angry
that
thing.
huge campaign that just revolutionized Snickers for everybody.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like the Betty White one, all those ones were pretty
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
You're not yourself when you're
unless
hangry.
yeah,
Yes, yeah,
you're not
sorry.
yourself when you're angry.
Yeah, those were pretty good commercials, I'm not going to lie.
They were.
But
Yeah.
the best one was that old guy who was a big character in a bunch of movies, and he was playing football. He's like, "Have a Snickers. You're not yourself when you're hungry."
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Because like the old guy's like, "How about you try blocking somebody?" And it's like, "Oh,
That was great. I think that was a Super Bowl commercial.
It was, yeah. It was
yeah,
so
that was a
good.
good one.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Somebody want to check the time on how long it's going to take to get down to dinner?
yeah." You're at 38 minutes.
Yeah, that's I mean,
I'm
we
just
got.
letting you know.
Oh, geez, only 38 minutes right now. Damn.
You still got 20 minutes to 8 o'clock.
I know. I just want to make sure that we get down there at a reasonable time. We don't want to hold anybody up for dinner.
Why don't you tell them where we're going for dinner?
It's a 24-minute drive from here.
Perfect.
That's just the drive.
Yeah. So then Uber.
Whatever Uber takes or Lyft to get here.
I can't say that. I'm gonna butcher it. So
yeah, you get there. Yeah.
Gabby?
Mon ami Gabi.
thank you,
Oh,
Joseph.
Jones.
World class individual here. World traveler over here. World effing
Joe's
traveler.
French.
So hey, I got a couple things for you.
Oh, you do you?
Some current news.
Current news.
I don't know if you guys seen a lot of the Maui.
I only want old news, sir.
There you go. A lot of the Maui, with the fires, and I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on. There's two schools of thoughts right now. One is
On the origin?
on the fires. Oh, the
origin
the
of the
origin
fires.
was definitely the electric company again.
Okay.
These idiots, just like in California,
Electric company.
and then they didn't sound the alarms. So
Yeah, they didn't do anything. There wasn't even like the cell phone alarms.
How many fucking alarms are in Hawaii? They have like tsunami alarms. They have like
that was the
this
one that-
alarms. Like how many damn alarms they have?
they don't have an actual wildfire alarm. But it was it would have been a tsunami alarm that they wanted them to ring, and they asked the dude. The dude was like, "I didn't want people to get scared thinking it was a tsunami." And it's like, so you want them to burn to death? Like that dude resigned day after he said that statement.
People. I heard someone on the news. People had absolutely no idea until there was just a monsoon of fire coming towards
So
them. Like,
question,
what
is the
it traveled so fast.
What is the protocol though in a tsunami? What are you don't obviously go to the ocean, right? So where do you
Tsunami,
what do you do?
you would go inland.
Inland? Okay. So that would have helped. It would have helped. Okay. I was just curious if the procedure would have helped them or not. Is the question.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Or you got that, like, because they have all these, missile things from North Korea, like alarms. You could send, because everybody would, how like we get the alerts on our phone. You could have said wildfire, wildfire, wildfire. Get, move, evacuate.
Yeah, there was no notifications
At all.
Way
whatsoever.
to go, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon.
Yeah. So, so that was kind of crazy.
Amber alert going on here. Something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Seriously. The other thing is,
Big ass fire. Get down.
Get out.
that's what I'm saying. The other thing is, so tourists are already back in Maui, and they're enjoying the surf, and they've got the hotels were okay, so there's a lot of people doing business still. And some people think it's disrespectful. You got all these people who have lost the entire lives, and then you got the other. So that's one school, and then you got the other school who said, "Hey, our businesses we're fortunate not to get destroyed, but if we just say no to tourists, our economy, the economy is going to suffer. So do we say no or do we say yes? You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like, and
That is a rough one.
Yeah, it's a difficult discussion to say.
In my head, I'm of the businesses where it's like, I think Hawaii's biggest thing is probably tourism. You don't want to turn people away because you don't want to hurt your economy.
Yeah, I think it's way tough.
Yeah.
I mean, they need
You're
the
in a
money.
very tough-
They need
you're
the
in a-
money more. Those people, the people that are working there, people probably need the money and the jobs more than ever now, right? So I think.
I was about to say.
I
here's-
mean, a coping point would be like, hey, if you're going to run tourism, your business hasn't been hurt. Maybe donate some of that money to help these people.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah,
It's a difficult situation because you want to respect the people there, and there's all this Hawaii like anti anybody else buying it, but like Islanders or whatever, which is kind of. Here's the thing I think about a little bit too, and I don't think anybody gets. And I get you don't care about these tours, but some people save a lifetime to go to Hawaii. And it's not their fault there was a wildfire. They've spent, they could have saved their entire vacation budget. Or, everybody we all work really hard and you get one vacation and now it's just not come. And I'm just supposed to burn that money? That's tough.
Yeah, it's difficult. I don't know. Yeah, because it's like it's a double-edged sword, right? You want them to come because it very much is a lifeblood of sorts to the area and the communities that are around this that thankfully we're okay. But it almost feels like dancing on the grave in a weird way, like
absolutely, yes.
Here's sorry, go ahead, Pat.
Would you liken it to something similar to like after Hurricane Katrina, going back to the French Quarter and spending money down there? I mean, that was kind of needed, right?
I mean, yeah, exactly. But
they were begging for people to come at that point.
Yeah, it's
a lot of devastation at the time.
I mean, you had the Mardi Gras party while all these people are trying to rebuild their lives down there. Yeah,
it's horrible, but like it's still like they want the sporting events and they want people down there because it's generating revenue and jobs for people.
You want to feel welcomed.
Here's an added layer to it is, so all these houses are burning down. Some people have insurance, some don't. The land that most of these homes are on that people have had are not. I don't want to say shacks, but they're like, they're regardless of what they were, they're burnt down, right? Or they're, burned beyond imagine, no recovery.
It looks bad. It looks like a bombed out. Like I honestly feel like it looked bombed out.
Last thing I heard, it was like $5.2 billion worth of damage
that's insane.
between
wow.
land and homes. Another issue is they can't find they can't find people because there's just no thing. But so people lose their homes, insurance company isn't paying out yet.
Oh yeah.
There's this whole thing where they're trying to hold out
time.
so that as long as they can, so that most people just defunct and move out. And I think that's where the whole thing of like people coming in buying up this land. It's like this land is.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But these people can't afford it. It's just a weird. It's a
weird situation. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It has created a clusterfuck.
Right, but I think that. I mean, I get what you're saying there, Joe. But I think that's still independent of like going there and trying to like.
It is separate from people. Yes. But
no, I don't agree with people like being able to like when there's blood in the streets, you go fucking buy some real estate there. It's not great either.
Yeah,
it's not a great look.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's I think that's the biggest issue is that it's creating this like complete opposite.
That's your cat, Pat. Okay.
Sorry, that's probably my fault.
Oh,
I left the
baby.
basement door open. Sorry. Oh, my bad, dude. Pat's cat is out.
That's crazy.
Ready to
that's
go
your
back
cat.
in? Wow. I'm
Oh.
sorry, Pat.
Wow. Well. Now we know how the Elmwood Park people feel.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a complete other thought on this. So there's a lot of stuff in the news. Trump, I think, has been indicted. Like, I don't know if it was this week or last week, but he's been indicted for I
think we will.
about the fourth. I think he's got his fourth indictment, and they're going RICO charges on his butt.
Dude, here's the crazy thing. So, fucking, I was about to say Peter Francis Tracy.
You need to claim bankruptcy? Call Peter Francis Tracy.
Who's the former mayor of New York and
Rudy
yes.
Giuliani,
Yeah,
baby.
Yes,
Rudy
they're using
Giuliani,
his law on him.
who was like you look him up, famous for
this RICO.
making
the
the
racketeering
RICO
statute,
charge
right?
He broke the mob. He broke
a
the mob.
huge thing, making it what you see in all these fucking movies. Everybody's talking about RICO charges. It's all because of Rudy Giuliani, and now he may be getting charged with similar charges because of this thing that he became famous for doing.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
Getting eaten up by himself.
Can I ask you a question? So I don't want to make this political because everything is political, and
you're
Joe
gonna do
Rogan
it. You're
really
gonna do
made his podcast tough to watch because of all the politicalization. But do you guys find it at all kind of like, why do we have to do this? They want to do the Georgia indictment the week of the primaries, or like the primary, like in 2024, like on the election day.
See, that just seems kind of asinine. Unless
Right.
like you're that far backed up in logs, like if you're just like, if you're coming out saying,
I think you need a little bit of time, but doesn't it seem like, hey, we're doing this on purpose?
Yeah, it feels like it. That seems kind of asinine.
It's insane.
I believe they're doing it because if you're convicted of a felony, I believe you can't run for president.
Yeah, but see, I mean, like,
But okay, so
why would
this
you
is
wait until that
2020.
when you
Is it
could-
2020, right, or 2021? We had so much time to do this. Why are we doing this right now?
I mean, this is how slow the process works in the country.
I mean, I get like,
all the
suspect-
continuances and stuff like that. It takes
No, we're not. No, they just brought the charges. Like
Yeah.
they could have done the charges
Took a long time.
early. Throw the charges out, then build your case. They do that all the time with murders. People sit in court in jail for 2
This
years.
is a little different than a murder, right?
I don't think it is.
How is it different? Like you're bringing charges
2
against
years
somebody.
they
You
do
couldn't
this.
have some.
Well, because you have your right to a speedy trial, right? So it's like you don't want to file charges.
Well,
People
then he
sit
can-
in
well,
co-
he's gotta
in jail.
enact that rule.
You have to get bit. You don't
Yeah.
get like if you get charged with murder, you sit in jail for 2 years till you go to court.
Unless
That's
you're
not
good- well, if you're a shitty lawyer, you do, yeah.
Well, no, a lot like in Florida, you get no bail for a murder charge.
Yeah, that's why you don't live in
But
Florida.
I'm just saying, Pat, this seems stupid. Like I'm not on the side
It
of
seems
Trump
like
here.
you're cherry
Yes.
picking when and where
You
you're
don't
gonna
want
bring
him
these
to run
charges
because
up.
you're
Yeah. Of
scared
course they are.
Biden's not going to be able to do this.
Of course they
Yeah,
are.
and it's bullshit.
Oh, go do me a favor, grab that, yeah? Joe, would you mind grabbing that? This is for the podcast. Thanks, Joe. Thank you, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see the what we're bringing on the. That's okay. For the 150,
Joe's
Greatly.
gonna go find a sword and pop that.
we're gonna. Do you remember that?
I do. It took him. Didn't work out.
Episode 150, a little champagne, right there, right next to Joe. So, go ahead, Joe. This is. I want to
I
see.
don't think we have enough time for this.
Katrina, can you bring us some clean glasses?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, get it going, baby.
you got. It's gonna take 6 minutes. You're gonna get there about 8:20.
All right, well, let's finish up on some high notes then. Oh, I did have one. Save these.
It's
some
gonna get
other-
here in 6 minutes, and you got until 8:20.
Damn, I had a lot I wanted to talk about.
Shocking.
Okay. Wait, what's up?
Shocking that you had a lot to talk about.
Oh, you got 10 more minutes in that bad boy.
What do you mean?
You're at almost 50 minutes now.
Oh, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Joe, I want to see
I
this
feel like
beautiful.
we're the only podcast too that kind of decides to talk about how far they've been into a podcast.
Shake it, and let's go to that neighbor because he's probably not
Well,
going to be
the
so
average
upset about
person
it.
doesn't. The average podcast
Get it?
public
Wait,
does
get in there.
not have a set time.
A little more back. Get
They
you-
don't stack them right after the
They don't stack shit after.
Come up a little bit, Joe. There you go. Come in this way. Yeah, just get right in front of the camera.
Just pop it.
Do it, baby.
Just get in there, Joe.
Yes.
Why don't you give him a look? Yeah.
Pop it.
150, baby. Don't be scared.
There it goes. And then my grass.
Okay.
And there goes my grass.
Let's have a little sip of this. We all got to have a little sip now.
I'm gonna pass.
Oh, yeah, Joseph. This hangover is going to be tremendous.
Let me get before Peter gets on that mouth in there.
That seems rude.
I'm not gonna drink it after Pat drank it.
I like it just for you, Chris, baby. Nice and deep like. Oh, I forgot how much I don't like champagne that much.
Do I pull this? Do I pull a Peter McGraw and just put my lips on it and make it look like I drink it?
Okay. Oh, yeah. That was my go-to back in the day.
Can I pour it in your mouth, Chris?
That was my go-to. I would take these long. They'd be like, God damn, Peter's taking a shot like a mother.
That's what I did on Gavin's thing. Gavin's
God.
Oh, that's
what I did at Gavin's
that's one
bachelor
place.
party.
Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's go have a good time. Chris, you got the Uber set?
Not yet, but I'll get it right now.
Okay, let me give you two.
Give them the stories, Peter.
Feel good stories. These 1 million new seagrass seedlings will protect Sardine beaches while storing 35 times more carbon than trees.
Saving the Caesar dressing. I like it.
Oh, no, you're right. I was going to be like, is this guy stupid? He's not. Taylor
not.
Swift is a... All right, well, we already knew this. Taylor Swift is an absolute hero to food banks across the U.S. At each stop, she's donated a ton of food to food banks across.
What a champion.
Nice.
And what she's done for her drivers, the people who work. I mean, listen, like her, don't like her. She's...
I mean, I don't like her music, but this is cool. She's doing a good job.
She's
doing great things.
She's a good person.
Tree of the Year contest features oak that stood up to the bombing and elm that survived catastrophic plague. That wasn't great. Using the body's invisible scalp to remove brain cancer with immune therapy at Salt Institute. That's kind of cool.
Nice. Finish it up. You got 3 minutes.
All right. My brother died a hero going back to save 4 seniors in Maui's wildfire.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. I think we should end on that.
We're going to end on that one, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of here.
Hey,
subscribe. Hit the links.
We'll make this quick. Thank you again for 150. Thank you for joining us here. We truly appreciate it. Thank you, Joe, for that beautiful whiskey. Pat, for letting us use your basement for at least 140 of these. Chris, for being the ones and the twos. We're going to be here for another at least 150, so you're stuck with us. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. If you don't, comment and let Pat know.
Yeah, send him an email.
Hit that like, subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
We're out of here. We'll see you next week. Bye.